that he finds on, Grindr. Yeah, he's not going to, he'll maybe find a place in libertarian circles. It's funny because if you actually were a preacher, you would unironically have a private jet, mega church, and zero gravity entrance. True. What the hell is wrong with me? What the hell? I'm a fucking idiot. So what you're saying is, the moral grandstanding by Shapiro in your debate was boiling my blood. How can you laugh at essay like, bro? Also, Upsetty Spaghetti is S tier trolling. Because my daughter always trolls me with that. Oh, Dad, you're Upsetty Spaghetti. Fucking little bastard. How would you go about exposing the U.S. lobbyist groups that are pushing these destructive progressive policies? The same way I always do, by highlighting them, highlighting the donations that they give to these various groups, including churches. I've done that many, many times. During the watch party, Mr. E said he really hates the Upsetty Spaghetti. I always thought it was funny, but now I really think it's funny. Mr. C. I fuck Mr. E and his stupid bullshit.
Here are all of these these young men that are having these issues. Nobody wants to talk about their issues. Nobody wants to talk about their depression. That's why Jordan Peterson and Andrew Tate are so important. But the position is like, it completely changes just based on the topic, like the perspective.
Nope. Well, I mean, the issue does change based on the perspective. That's true. Notice how you name two people who aren't me, the guy who's talking. And the second thing to point out here is that there can be unique, challenging issues to one particular demographic, in this case, young men. Not all young men are right-wingers. That's one. And then the second issue that you have here is that, let's just grant that they were, that would be one particular demographic, in this case, young men who feel like their concerns aren't being heard. When it comes to something hyper-specific, like dating, marketplace for wives, and things like this, not that they're being unheard about having to do grimy jobs and shit. I'll try again, Andrew. What is your favorite fallacy that your opponent fall into that you love to catch them on? Equivocation.
What they'll have on it.
So when you talk things on those lines in conservative, I mean, if you want to,
I agree, but I also think that what happens is when you're talking, especially.
I'll say this: I agree, and yeah, because Joe Rogan also just kind of completely contradicted me. He's like, "Oh, I agree, yeah." I kind of think that maybe all the men are just mentally healthy. Joe was, well, I think there are issues there. He's like, yeah, I agree, and there's like, okay.
I didn't say I think all the men are mentally healthy. You see what I mean? Just fucking lies and bullshit. Just straw man lies and bullshit. Nobody said that. Do you think that conservatives are over, and this is one of their favorite pedantic points, never let leftists do this, right? Always make sure that you caveat, that you put nothing in a monolith. It takes 90% of their arguments away. Do you think conservatives are overreacting about the Super Bowl halftime show? I don't know. I don't watch the Super Bowl. I didn't see it. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't that great of a performance, but seeing everyone cry about it reminds me of why I hate the left. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I didn't.
So you're too scared to debate him? He is also, by the way. Like, I would be surprised if they have a significant disagreement anywhere in here, because he's so cocked and they have to agree on everything.
Actually, about the voodoo, that is psychology. It is voodoo.
It is
I have very little respect for psychology.
Right.
I don't even consider it science. I consider scientific methods used for data gathering, but I don't consider psychology a science.
And that's psychology. Psychiatry gets weirder because you start adding medication.
Wow,
You're not talking about therapy.
It's all voodoo, too, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
I think that men
true.
often, especially conservative men, get as much out of their close relationships with friends and family as they would going to a psychologist. In other words, I think just having.
Oh, that's so crazy. Huh.
Is it?
If you have a bunch of healthy relationships in your real life, you would get just as much out of that. Oh, really?
Really? Really? You mean you agree with my entire point that I was making, dumb Coomer gremlin? Oh, isn't that crazy? Oh, look at that. Destiny's, Andrew's right. He's 100% right here. Yeah, isn't it crazy that if you have healthy, good relationships with people, and those people happen to be friends of yours, and they're easier to make because you're not a dysgenic fucking weirdo who sucks people's dicks and then posts it online, that you might have healthy relationships with people and not have to go see a fucking shrink? Maybe if you weren't such a fucking dysgenic, degenerate scumbag, people, you might have healthier relationships with people. Who would have thunk it? Who would ever have thunk it? Exactly, it's very strange. General advice for raising kids in this upside down world. Oh fuck, man. Get them out of the city. Get them out of the city. You know what it is? No, that's not even it. You know what the best piece of advice is? Get away from fucking smartphones. That's probably the best piece of advice I ever got. Family retroactively diagnosed grandma with schizophrenia. Woman lived extremely conservative, had 7 kids, 62 years of marriage, and was always taken care of, even if destiny is right. Diagnosis doesn't mean a better life. Well, that's true too. If you were a mega church preacher, you'd have the largest following. It would be a literal army. Destiny wouldn't make it as a real gamer either. We tell people to go do things, we do it ourselves. Okay. I didn't understand the last part, but I appreciate the compliment. Watching you keeps me sane. Thanks, Dr. Wilson. You're welcome, sir. Very welcome. All right, let me get back to this.
That's crazy. Like, personally, I feel the same way about
Isn't it? Isn't it crazy?
incels. Like, I think that you get just as much out of having like a happy, healthy, loving relationship with a woman who accepts you for who you are as you would, I guess, like doing what crazy shit incels are going to, right? No fucking shit, Sherlock fucking Holmes.
That's right. So you were earlier disagreeing with a point that you don't actually disagree with, you stupid fucking cooming idiot. Perhaps it's all the penis that he sucked, which injected the massive viral load to his brain, but he actually is now contradicting himself. Earlier he was upsetty spaghetti with your handsome host.
You gotta say something like acknowledgeable for me to acknowledge the chat, bro.
As your handsome and charismatic host was pointing out that these stigmas exist, that's true, but they can't account for it, and it's much more likely that they just simply aren't suffering from as much mental illness because they have healthy, happy relationships. And here the Coomer Gremlin is pointing out that I'm absolutely right, that they have happy, healthy relationships, and so they're not nearly as psychologically distressed as these leftoid mongoloids are. Indulge me for a quick off-topic question. Who's best for the Mojave Wasteland? If you don't get it, you're a punk. Obviously, the new California Republic needed to be under the heel of Caesar. Hail Caesar. I have never met anyone other than a preacher that has been more honest and dedicated to the grift. Respect to the honesty. In the words of Dennis Leary, I'm an asshole. Shane sends in a big $100 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says, damn, why couldn't Andrew be my stepdad? My stepdad has never been on Rogan. Damn, side note, Destiny sounds like that character Donnie from the Wild Thornberries. I don't remember that character. Now I almost want to look, but yeah.
Jesus Christ. If you have happy, healthy friends and your life is like incredibly well adjusted and isn't deviating and skewing hardcore off the norm in a way that's unhealthy, yeah, no shit. You don't need to go to a fucking psychiatrist, you fucking moron.
How does that make me a moron? Yeah, no shit. I totally agree with everything you just said. Fuck idiot. Oh, okay then. Boy, he fucking, oh, you really pinned me down on this one. The coping gremlin did, didn't he? Ooh, really got a hold of me on this one, didn't he? Just really grabbed that fucking bull. Boy, oh boy. Yeah, of course. Clearly. You have well-adjusted relationships because you're not a fucking dysgenic mongoloid lunatic who's inside of these fucking various leftist discords talking about how much penis you suck and how you like to dress up like the opposite sex. You might not have to go to shrinks as much. Of course that's probably the case, dummy. Oh, okay. You got me. Oh, shit. This guy's on a fucking roll. He's just clobbering the shit out of me. I don't know how I'm ever going to recover from this one. I also have a preference for Russian gun, my favorite one. Pepper 12, like a Saiga 12, but it uses an RPK frame, also buying PP19 Bison soon. Well, excellent, good for you. Good for you. Somebody to talk to, who's a close friend, who's intricately familiar with your situation, probably gives you more value than going to a complete stranger who has...
I also hate when people give these statements that everybody agrees with. That everybody, even on the science side.
Oh, now we're switching it around, huh? Will we switching it around a little bit? I hate the fact that everybody... First of all, everybody doesn't agree with that statement. Dumb, cooming moron. But also, let us point out the obvious, which is that just mere moments ago he was disagreeing with this statement. Now agreeing with the statement. Interesting. I wish I could talk like Eminem, rap god, all the time and say absolutely nothing while gaining a massive following for it. Well, good luck with that.
that all of them would fucking agree with, right? Like if you were to ask any psychiatrist or psychologist, what do you think is better, for me to go and get a therapist, or for me to have a group of friends that's very supportive of me, is aware of my situation, and can give me good feedback on everything going on, knowing they have my best interest at heart, and I don't have to actually like pay the money for it, and it's a genuine connection.
Yeah, but do you see the distinction here? The distinction here is not whether or not there would be some kind of universal agreement with my statement that having a good infrastructure of friends and family to support you during your very trying times that you can trust would be better than a psychologist. It's whether or not it's the case that the conditionals that conservatives build for themselves, utilizing religious institutions and the various belief structures that they have, provides the infrastructure for that exact conditional. That's what we're really getting at, isn't it? And the thing that Destiny is not actually addressing. And that's the most important aspect. Why is the left more mentally ill? Because the way that they live their lives, the horrible fucking horrific ways in which they live their lives, lead to massive ostracizing from general society because they introduce their own stigmas to themselves. People don't like. They don't like how they live. That simple. They don't like how they live. Phrasing, we should not be talking about Destiny grabbing bulls, sir.
Well, I think you should actually get some Prozac. Like,
Learned manipulation techniques. That's what they learn, essentially, is manipulation techniques. I think there's more value there. And so I think that the stigma which exists there, it doesn't exist. It's like you're not manly, which is how they try to frame it. I think the stigma exists there because so many conservative men know, well, I tried that shit, it was nonsense. I tried it, it sucked. I tried it, it was worth. I went to marriage counseling, did nothing. Sided with the wife, right? I went for this issue.
I like how that's the example. I tried marriage counseling, and they sided against me, so I knew it was bullshit. What if, God.
Got nothing. Destiny triangles, by the way. Yes, this is unfortunately the case. That many men go to marriage counseling, and the marriage counselor usually is a woman. And those women often have a bias towards women to the point of absurdity. Now, why is it that you think that it's the case that more men walk away from marriage counseling thinking that it was worthless, and women walk away from it thinking that they have validation? Could that be, is it either A, because all of the fucking men are wrong, or B, because there's a bit of a stigma in utilizing aggressive behavior and no stigma against women doing it? Sites do Dems are psychologically unstable on average. They are less conscientious, easy to eat. If you're not depressed, do your research.
We should just watch the ACR video.
You should. But when I went out and had some beers with my friends, that actually helped relieve.
Because they all took my side. You know what he sounds like? He sounds like a fucking spoiled girl right now, spoiled white girl.
Can you tell I'm pooping right now?
Oh, with your buddies and getting some beers is better stress relief than going to a psychologist and trying to overly explain a situation that they're unfamiliar with and don't have intricate knowledge of because they're not your friends. Leads to terrible advice giving, terrible relationship advice giving, and also they're not there to communicate with you the same way your friends would. Here's a good example of this that you often will run into with very good friends that you probably won't run into in a professional setting with a psychologist. Hey, Andrew, stop being such a stupid fucking idiot. You're fucking tarded. Go home, tell your wife that you were being a fucking idiot. And it won't happen again because you're out of line. Hey, fuck you, man. You know, I don't want to do that. I don't care what you want. You're drunk, being fucking stupid. So get your ass home, and that's it, right? How fucking many times you guys have this conversation? It doesn't have to be with the wife, right? It's just an example. But any number of fucking times and examples you've had a friend tell you, what are you, fucking stupid? Problem's you. Problem's fucking you, dummy. So stop being a dumb shit.
What's a...
How many times?
Who's,
Can't wait for his opinion about marriages,
who's
seeing as
fucking
how he's Paragon. Let's not forget 95% of therapists
not
liberals. That, yeah, exactly.
a lot of people, honestly.
Exactly.
Oh, he's talking about Destiny.
How many times? How many times your friend said you're being a dumbass? You're being a dipshit. You're the one who's actually out of line. Happens all the fuck. Yeah, I've been on both sides, exactly. I've been on the side telling them you're being fucking stupid, and I've been on the side where I've been the one being told that I'm being fucking stupid. But immediately it just comes into this idea of, oh, well, they must agree with me, so therefore true. Like, no, it's much more complex than that. You're often going to have disagreements. It's not that, it's that they don't even feel like this person's familiar enough with the situation to really understand, or perhaps they're just not very good at giving overly detailed explanations. Women are often better at that. They categorize insignificant details that men often don't. Quick examples of this: dates, specific times, appointments, right? Birthdays, fucking anniversaries, shit like that. To many men, these are essentially trivial details. They're trivial in the scheme of things, so they'll write them down and things like this, or even make a mental note they should remember them. But they become trivialities in comparison to other things that they're generally interested in. Happens all the time. So women can often plead their case much better because they remember many of the trivialities or insignificant details. And men are like, no, that's not what happened. But they talk to their friends, and they can perhaps give a better explanation or account of what's going on. What is this lunatic's obsession with you anyway? Well, in this particular case, I don't think Destiny's overly obsessed with me. Not at all. But I think that he was really fucking pissed I went on Rogan. Does not understand, because he has no friends that tell him they're all using their mouths for something else. One of the things that would have been super helpful actually for Destiny would have been if he had a close friend who said, you're being fucking stupid when it came to all of the fucking various degeneracy shit that he was doing. If he had a close friend who was like, look, nobody's ever going to know about this conversation, but you're fucking retarded. You're literally being retarded right now. That would have fucking helped him a lot. Also, many men will tell you to stop bitching, which sometimes is what men need. That's true too. And sometimes they'll tell you other shit that you need to hear too. Like, don't take any fucking lip off that bitch. You go march your ass home and tell her what's what. You tell her what's what. Tell her I'm not putting up with this fucking shit. You know, the thing is that that's the distinction between intricate familiarity. It's not just about, oh, I agree or disagree. Much more complex than that.
Agree with me? Those are my girls right there. Hell yeah, yes, queen.
Some of these issues.
I think the problem with that is there's a lot of guys who don't have good friends, you know?
Wow, you don't say.
And you don't have someone that you can count,
Yeah, leftists.
unfortunately.
No shit.
There's a lot of men out there that
Really?
are lost.
I agree, but I think that the conservative men seem like they
Oh, I agree.
have closer longevity with friends than
Than
progressive.
any progressive. Really? Yeah, you really think so?
Men do.
Yes, and they don't abandon them when they...
Yes, I really think so. 100 fucking %, I really think so. You want to know what my proof is, you fucker? Here's my proof. My proof is that when all of the dick-sucking vids of you dropped all over the internet, all the little vids of all them little fucking skanks that were all blowing you on the Destiny casting couch came out, all your little friends, all your little buddies went, not me. I'm not with this guy. Fuck this guy. This guy can go straight to hell. Fuck him. I don't want nothing to do with him. Not I, said the guy. All of them went running the other direction. Your little buddy Peace went running off. Little friend, not so erudite, suddenly wasn't much of a friend anymore. Just one after the other, after the next. Except Myron fucking Gaines. Look at that shit, except Myron Gaines, one of the only ones. Said, disavow Destiny. He said, fuck you. I don't do that. He said, fuck you, I don't do that. and know how to be friends. At least if they're on the right. All your little buddies went running the other fucking direction as quick as possible. What happens in the lefty circle? You all should stop donating. 3,700 is too much. Shut up, you fucking seething idiot. Shut up. It's so butthurt over nothing.
Change their opinions on things.
Right.
So here's the self-reported data. From 2022 survey analysis found that 51% of conservatives report excellent mental health compared to 20% of liberals. That's a big difference. It's a giant
I
difference.
don't think stigma could account for that.
No, it can't. It's
Definitely.
like, it's not just stigma. It's also like, what does it
Yeah, definitely not.
mean to be conservative? Does it mean, taking account for your own actions, discipline, hard work ethic? All those things are actually good for your mental health. Like pulling yourself up and getting back to work and doing.
The most key part is actually probably religiosity. It's the best part for your mental health. I think now, and I think maybe it always should have been framed this way. I think now for the label of conservative to apply, we really kind of start with religious foundationalism. That's what is fast becoming the delineation.
Right. Having a framework.
Having the framework. Right?
Yeah.
And the religious framework is almost instantly going to put you in that, moving towards that conservative camp almost every single time. And I think that that's a necessary component now. If we're trying to make these political delineations, it becomes tough. What's a Republican or neocon versus a conservative versus this versus that? It comes down to foundationalism, a framework.
Right.
Like you were just saying, in the framework of Christianity, Christian ethic, huge delineation point between the right and the left, who rejects that for harm principles, utilitarianism, and various other sorts of frameworks.
Yeah.
Anything on that, Coomer? Anything there? I think you and Myron might be the most solid people in these spaces. No proof, just vibes. I'm going to vibe it out. When you get a chance, just look up Donnie from the Wild Thornberries. You won't be disappointed. All right, man. All right, I'll look up Donnie. We're a little over halfway through this. It's a joke, moron. Now take this. Hey, I can't tell if it's always sarcasm. Did someone say more grift was needed? Somebody did say more grift was needed, yes.
Now, they'll also point to, what Christianity has done throughout history and the amount of harm that it's caused. But it's kind of like...
No, I'm not watching at 2x. He watches everything at 2x. I actually like to hear the nuance of the position so I really understand it. I like to be able to process it. I always watch things at normal speed. I know that there's some people out there like, I just can't do that, man. I just can't. But fuck off. You're 100% right about marriage counseling. Therapist told my ex that I had an antisocial disorder and I'm a sociopath because I'm not overly emotional. I didn't want to go out like we did in our 20s. You fucking nutcase. You piece of fucking human garbage. But she wanted to go out, bro. And you were like, I'm a little tired. I'd rather stay home. You fucking piece of shit. What a scumbag. What a fuck. L's in the chat for Chicago pipe fitter. What a fucking loser. Gets home from his 12-hour shift. Poor guy's fitting pipes all day, which is fucking difficult ass work, by the way. Out there's braze soldering fucking pipes together, and gets home, he's fucking exhausted, and his girl's like, hey, let's go out and watch a movie. And he's like, I'd rather drink turpentine and piss on a brush fire. Oh my God, he's so antisocial. What an abusive fuck. Oh my God. He's like, oh man, I just want to fucking have a beer and watch an hour of TV before I pass the fuck out on the couch. You gotta wake me up so I go and get in PJs and actually go to fucking bed because I'm so exhausted. So I can get up tomorrow and do the whole fucking thing over again. L for you, Chicago pipe fitter. Yeah, look, what a jerk. You didn't instantly take her wherever she wanted. You fucking shit. Andrew, for our new people, you need to play a Coomer Cope clip about him not believing you were on Rogan. Oh yeah, that was really funny. Yeah, I'll pull it up soon. Yeah, L's for you, Mr. Pipe Fitter.
Every power structure throughout history could point in that way.
What was there?
Yeah.
The thing is, like, the Catholic Church gets a lot of shit for this. Well, look at all the horrible things that the Catholic Church did. It's like, well, the Catholic Church was the whole known world once.
Right.
All of Europe was the Catholic Church.
Right.
Not, like all of it was. You can't have organizations which span whole nations and countries,
They know a little bit of bad.
ethnicities, cultures, integrate themselves into it and not have corruption. That I don't care what's
Like, no shit, you fucking retard, but that's a point against you.
How would that be a point against me? No shit, like you fucking retard. Oh, that's a point against you. And now he's going to explain how it's not actually a point against me while he's trying to say it's a point against me to watch. Almost guarantee it. Haven't seen this, but I guarantee it.
If you're saying, here's the thing that's so special, it guides our principles, it guides our life, it makes everything better. And I was like, but didn't a lot of the same shit happen under the Catholic Church than what under any other government?
What? Oh, really? Did it? Oh, is there going to be possibilities of corruption? We can't get it perfect? Oh my God, what a great argument against my fucking position, moron. Whoa, what a great argument. Wow. Whoa. You really got me again. Whoa, holy shit. You're a fucking genius. Wow. Fucking dolt. These fucking dolts who call you stupid. It's the most amazing shit. And just play the fucking video game, retard. Just got a call from my bank, mad about my grift contribution, troublemaker. Bad.
Well, of course, because it was like any other government. Because of course, anytime you get a huge thing like that, it's going to be like every other thing. Oh, well, because I
No, that's not what I said at all. Only that if it's the case that you have a globe-spanning organization which encompasses the entire world, that even if there's less corruption, there's still going to be some corruption. Whoa, what if nuanced positions are for losers? Losers. Fucking dolt.
thought you were just arguing that that was going to be extra special and better than every other thing. But now it sounds like you're making an excuse saying, well,
I didn't make that argument at all, actually, Mr. Methjaw. It never happened. Never happened once. All I said was that, there's a little bit of nuance when we take these things into an analysis, because even if it's the case, Mr. Methjaw, that you end up with these globe-spanning organizations and they happen to be Christian, even if the benefits for society are actually a lot better, there's still going to be some forms of corruption because they're globe-spanning. Fucking dork. Coomer Gremlin looks sad as hell. Nice work wrecking that leftist earlier, dude. Happy to do it.
of course it's going to be like every other thing. No shit, fucking.
Just admit it. Pointing. Oh, I know. He's so frustrated by my stupidity. All you have to do is make up a position that I don't have, argue against that position, and then become frustrated that I am failing at the position that I'm not arguing. Fucking brilliant. F-Jaw always getting it right when he gets it wrong. See what I'm saying? It's because they were Catholic. That's where it becomes absurd.
Right.
They were corrupt. There was corruption. But
Because
they're
they're
not,
human.
because they're human, not because
Right.
they're Catholic.
Right, right. One of the things that I always try to point out to people, they go, why do you go to church? Like, because when
I wonder, is that the sound he made when he was licking balls?
I was younger, I was very cynical about,
Andrew, read my last super chat about my marriage counselor. I did. I went to my ex was bad, had a sign that said, first God made Adam. Then he had a better idea. Oh my God. I didn't read that, you're right. First God made Adam, and then he had a better idea. Yeah, that's no bias there. Or Smoky Man impressions of the slack-jawed leftoid.
religion. Then I've got older. One of the things that I always say is, if there was a pill that could make you as nice as the people that I go to church with, everybody would be on it. They are the nicest fucking people you'll ever encounter. When we leave
Are
the
they
church
nice or are they
parking lot,
kind?
they're kind.
Yeah,
They're
kind.
Kind and nice. They're all the above. They're like very friendly and happy people. But when you leave the church parking lot, or even when you're entering, they're everybody lets everybody in. It's
Stupid fucking idiot. That's all Destiny's got. Yeah, no shit. No shit, stupid idiot. Stop with the obvious takes that I'm still arguing against, even though I claim they're obvious. People are fucking. Just fucking.
It's like no one rushes ahead. It's like you go ahead and then you go ahead. It's like the most self-organized, most charitable.
Yeah, because it's fucking church. It's boring as fuck, bro.
Oh, great argument from Destiny.
Boring as fuck.
He just brutalized Rogan on that one.
Extremism,
Yeah.
boring as fuck, bro.
It's not very much fun, though, is it? It's not very much fun. Going to that church. Not when you can have casting couch full of Twitch girls and suck your dick, and then you can fuck men on Grindr. That's where the fun's at, bro. Really? Because church is boring. Duh. Do you know church is boring? Good Lord. Great work, Andrew. Which is better, Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones? Lord of the Rings. I think I like Game of Thrones better. Tywin Lannister and Peter Baelish are my favorite characters. Well, they're telling two very different styles of story. Game of Thrones dives into the intrigue of the human condition, which is interesting. Don't get me wrong. But Lord of the Rings does something completely different. It's trying to give you foundationalism in its totality. What Lord of the Rings is trying to show you is that, in the end, most powerful evil be brought down by the smallest and most insignificant of us is a message that resonates within Christian ethics. It's also trying to show you that injustices will be righted in their own time, no matter how long it takes. It's not for your purview to decide when those injustices get righted, only that they will be. It dives into all sorts of those themes of the world, and that's why the stories are so compelling. They've drawn so many people in.
And you're not going to cut somebody off or be crazy in the parking lot when you might be sitting next to this person in a pew when you get inside. You see these same fucking people.
Well, it sounds like community. Sounds like community building,
What
doesn't
the
it?
fuck is he talking about?
Sounds like community building.
How
What
are
does the left have that is on par with that? What? Because I'll cut a fucker off at a rock concert. Fuck them. Not doing it at church, though. What do you have that's on par with? Nothing. They have nothing on par with that. Lord Inquisitor Wilson. Congrats on the recent success. My normie friends and family are posting new clips everywhere. The crucible is spreading. My mother was talking about covert feminists the other day. Based mom. Based mom. Game of Thrones is gay. Lord of the Rings is not gay. Simple as. I think they're telling two different stories. Just like the Sword of Truth series is telling a different story. It's trying to get you to, in other words, I know it's pedantic. They're all telling a different story, right? That's not what I mean by that. I mean that they have different overviews and thematic overviews of what they're trying to get you to pay attention to.
Where
Game
all
of
the
Thrones
girls
is trying to get you to pay attention to the fact that power ultimately is going to
probably streaming on strip chat or OnlyFans or something like that. Not here.
come down to the ideals, or not the ideals, but force. What the entire theme of the books are about. The power is the guy with the fucking arm. The Lord of the Rings or the Sword of Truth series. Sword of Truth series is trying to convey a message about how most people are ruled completely and totally by mean little nobodies who shouldn't ever be in a position of authority to begin with. And Lord of the Rings is giving you these kind of great, moral ideals about justice itself, and about how the smallest and most insignificant of us can conquer the greatest challenges of our time. Why is it that they don't see the ironic contradiction of saying religion is fantasy, but their entire worldviews are always built around fantasy? So if they're right, shouldn't disbelieving in religion be against their worldviews? Yes, that's correct. That's a fair take. Andrew, I'll have to think on that. It's funny to see everyone crash out on Nick for his take on Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. Who are your favorite characters in Game of Thrones? My favorite character is Jon Snow. For sure. For sure. He was he took on duty to a fault.
Every week. No shit, Sherlock fucking Holmes. Like, what do you mean?
Way of exiting a parking lot I've ever experienced in my life. The opposite of a concert. You go,
And here's the thing about Jon Snow. You want me to tell you why he's my favorite character of all? It's all said and done. Because he didn't simp. When it came down to it, he put his sword right through that fucking bitch and was like, no fucking way, crazy bitch. I ain't simping for you. Put his sword right fucking through her. Just saying. God created Adam, all was good. The moment he created Eve, all hell broke loose. Let women rule the world equals feminism destroyed modern society. It didn't help it.
to a great concert, everybody's like fucking on everybody's bumper, trying to weasel in, people are honking, fuck you. In church, it's like one person goes, another person goes, no, you go, babe. And then everybody's fine, and everybody's happy. It's like, if you could take a pill that could do that to you, if therapy could do that to you, we should all be on therapy. We should all take that pill.
Philosophy can do that for you, because the phenomenon that you're talking about is the me philosophy. And so what you're
This
doing
guy
in
is-
church, it's not all about you.
Right.
And that's why you have those types of interactions with people.
Right.
Wait, if you go to a concert, that's for you. That's for me, not for these strangers. I'm going there because I want to be entertained. That's for me. You go to church, it's not for you.
Right.
And the thing is it's the kind of material.
Oh my god. Oh, thanks, buddy. Oh my God.
Holistic view of pure materialism. It reduces always to me.
Yeah.
Me. Because what else can there be?
Right.
There's just me and the material I engage with. There's nothing outside of that. So I engage as though there's nothing outside of that.
Any argument though, Coomer? Story of Game of Thrones is prison rules.
Yeah. That doesn't just lead to nihilism, but it's the beginning stages of understanding the distinction between religious foundationalism and basically everything else. The reduction doesn't come down to me. And that's why those interactions seem so much better, because they are. Because people are thinking about,
This must be such a foreign concept to Destiny to hear somebody else talk about how these worldviews always reduce to me, where Destiny's entire worldview and outlook has always reduced to him. Just saying. Just wanted to point that out.
ew.
Right,
It's like,
right.
what a concept. Imagine a world where people think about somebody besides themselves.
And they can think about everybody as a part of a community.
And you can't do that
community that you care about.
without religion, guys.
Well, here's the thing, right? Nobody said you can do it, you can't do it without religion. Only that the foundation of the worldview reduces to pure materialism, and anything outside of materialism, why would you concern yourself with anything outside of me? That's the material that you have access to and can control. Why concern yourself? Look at it, like one of the chatters here says, he's such a bad propagandist, must be wise, what, fucking 5 million plus views on that, Spotify, 2 million on YouTube. When I was assured by the Destiny audience that it was going to be one of the lowest viewed Rogan, it was going to be one of the lowest viewed Rogan podcasts ever. Well, that ended up not being fucking true, didn't it? Which is better, Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon? I haven't seen House of the Dragon yet. By the way.
And there, there's
And then you go, why does mental health rate so much better in these
Right.
communities? It's like, well, isn't it interesting how much they think? Think of
You
how
motherfucker.
people can just themselves and duties
Yes.
to those people
Yes.
instead of just me.
they're the kindest people you're going to come across.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of value in that. I think the people that are cynical about that, because they don't want to believe in fairy tales, or they don't want to be stupid, they don't want to get duped by it. Like, look, there's a foundation to that. If you just forget about some of the stuff that's in the Bible that, it gets weird when you get old. Like, you go back into the old stuff, because,
Yeah.
for sure, human beings had some sort of an influence on what was written down and what wasn't written down. But you get just to the teachings of Christ, I can't find any faults in it. Like, it's all about being kind. It's all about this idea that we're all in this together, and you're supposed to lift each other up and look after each other. There's no faults in it. It's not like you have to kill the non-believers. It's not like you have to rape and pillage for the non-believers and the infidels must die. It's not that.
That's why that's why Christians believe in objective truth. That it must be objective truth, because otherwise, why is most of the world following this as though it's
Not very
objective
nice.
truth? We seem to be leaning towards this as though.
My favorite thing about talking about religion
Here we go. It's going to be something to do with the religious people don't really follow their religion. I can almost hear it before it comes out of his mouth, but my guess is the favorite thing about talking about religion is that the religious people hardly ever even follow their own religion. They're all a bunch of hypocrites, even though from my worldview, I have absolutely no ground to argue that hypocrisy is wrong because there's no such thing as a moral fact. So it's just my subjective preference that I don't like hypocrisy, but I'm going to pretend that because in your worldview, hypocrisy is bad, then that actually means it's bad. I'm fucking stupid because I'm a stupid fucking idiot. Why do I have a feeling? Just got a feeling.
with Christians, it has absolutely nothing to do with whatever the fuck your policy positions are. Like, I'm curious, let's take this conversation a little bit further. How do we feel like the teachings of Christ, and how do we feel like our Catholic or Christian ideology informs our political beliefs? It always seems like they're so separate.
This must be the thing which is objectively real and objectively true, and a thing which we can point to that is. Because when people are introduced to it, like you just said, it's really hard and difficult to find fault in it. It's not just that, it's interesting. If we reverse it, if we say, what could I do that actually would be the best for me, it would still be that.
Yeah.
Which is the funniest part of the whole thing. It's like, in both ways, it works for you, even if it's not all about you, or it works for you, even if it is all about you. It's still going to be the better message out of the two.
It's definitely a better framework for living your...
He's so passive aggressive in every way, couldn't even watch the video and comment on it. Play a game while he did it, and play it 2x pretentiousness is out of control.
life. And there's a lot of people that just reject that that think of themselves as intelligent. They think of themselves as intelligent and well-read and educated.
Too smart for that.
Yeah, too smart for that.
Too smart for all that.
I'm an atheist.
Yeah.
Any atheist needs to take 8 grams of mushrooms. Just
Did a little DMT?
do a little DMT. And you're like, oh, I don't know anything. You think you know things. You don't know a fucking thing. You just know what you've experienced. And I think that the world is better off if people have a great moral and ethical framework. I think morals and ethics and being kind.
Wow. That's crazy.
That's crazy. What's crazy?
Another thing I hate when I listen to this sounds pretentious as fuck.
Oh, I'm sure it does, but I can't wait to hear it.
But it's so boring listening to people talk about like morals or religions and shit. Especially Joe Rogan. What is this, like 20,000 episodes deep in this podcast? And it sounds like two kind of like teenagers exploring the topic for the first time, like on weed or whatever. Like, bro, I just think like the world is like better if everybody's like moral.
Oh, is that what it was like, bro? Were we talking about that, or were we discussing like the deep-seated philosophical questions which have plagued humanity for like, you know, since its origins? Was that what maybe we were talking about, I don't know, things like grounding epistemic truth and talking about the ontological nature of the world, man, and how these deep-seated philosophical questions have plagued humanity forever. What we should have talked about is how mean you think Trump is. That's what we should have done, man. Should have been like, yeah, but Trump is mean though, and he called a reporter a pig. Fucking yahoos.
And it's like, bro, that's actually so fucking true.
Oh,
And it's like, I think if you're nice to people, I think in a way it even like comes back around to you.
oh, but that wasn't what was said at all.
So it's like even better if you're selfish. Like, oh, bro,
Even though nobody said that either.
oh, holy shit, really? Yeah. I think that like,
That's it. That's just dunk.
I know this is like epic and very daring, but like, I feel like religion gives some value, even if you're not religious. It's like, oh, really, bro? Shit, like,
Oh, why don't we talk about how Trump's a bad guy? Let's do that instead. That's all that matters. That was the end of the clip, by the way. All that matters is your fucking TDS. But we don't talk about anything. Talking about anything besides Trump derangement syndrome is fucking meaningless. There's no reason for us to ever have a discussion about anything else. It needs to be Trump's a bad guy 24 hours a day. Why would we talk about things like grounded morality? How these things affect the very grounding of how humanity sees itself in the world and its place, and why its place is like that. And perhaps next we might even talk about teleology, get into the ideas of purpose, drive, and why it is that we're doing all the things that we do and why they matter. That's all relevant. We should be talking about fucking Trump and how bad he is, because otherwise we're not talking about anything. Sounds like a bunch of high school potheads who are talking about, like, I don't even know. He doesn't even fucking understand what's being said. Doesn't even understand what's being said. He just sat there and had to see through that whole fucking thing. I grabbed the spot he wished his ass was in so fucking bad. But why? Not so he could go on there and talk about any of these deeper issues, but so that he could go on there and say, Trump is a fucking PDF and he essayed Eugene Carroll, who named her cat Vagina. And I totally believe all of this, by the way. I do, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love the fucking seething from all of this. There was so much seething. Unparalleled amounts of seething on the internet. For instance, good idea of the seething. Just a moment, if you will allow.
February 3rd.
Hang on. I gotta find the clip. Who's got the clip? Someone sent me the clip of this guy. I don't know where it is right now, but somebody sent me the clip of this guy fucking seething about me going on. He didn't believe it. He was like, "There's no way. That's all bullshit. There's no way. There's no way that that's true. There's no way he's going on. Oh no. No way." He's one of the Destiny Spurs who's in the chat, who's obviously pissed off right now. Sent in a very mean super chat. Wasn't very nice. Saying that, how could a nicotine addict preach about Christian ethics, virtues? Said some other choice things about my wife, not very nice. You literally, no matter how bad you think I am, you cannot in any way, shape, or form compare my morality with fucking Destiny. Sorry. Whatever sins you think I've done. Here we go.
Guys, these Andrew Wilson pictures have to be AI. There's no way that Joe Rogan invited him on. I don't believe it. You should search for that bottom picture of Joe Rogan and see if it comes up anywhere. It's got to be AI. Not believe it. There's no shot.
No shot.
I can't believe it. No way.
No shot.
One more time.
Guys, these Andrew Wilson pictures have to be AI. There's no way that Joe Rogan invited him on. I don't believe it. You should search for that bottom picture of Joe Rogan and see if it comes up anywhere. It's got to be AI. Not believe it. There's no shot.
No shot.
I can't believe it. No way.
One more time.
Guys, these Andrew Wilson pictures have to be AI. There's no way that Joe Rogan invited him on. I don't believe it. You should search for that bottom picture of Joe Rogan and see if it comes up.
And he invited me back. He said, "Let's do it again." And we're out partying all night too. Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
These Andrew Wilson pictures have to be AI. There's no way that Joe Rogan invited him on. I don't believe it. You should search for that bottom picture of Joe Rogan and see if it comes up anywhere. It's got to be AI. Not believing it. There's no shot. I can't believe it. No way.
Nuts.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is calling, and now you are mauling and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Yeah, just a
You are coping.
wee little bit of the old cope. Let us take a moment in true, unified, crucible fashion for a good solid 30 seconds to give the smug face. Be ready? Nothing but smug in the chat, baby.
In a small town, destiny wears the weary crown. Living in a world where love's turned upside down. It's hard to fight as love's free. In a party world, just destiny. But the whispers in the town, they start to grow. Friends say destiny, your love's a heavy blow. He swears it ain't the truth, he's standing tall, but the writing's on the wall. Oh, destiny, caught in a twisted fate, in a love story that turned to hate.
All right. We're done with the smug. We're done with the smug, okay? But you enjoyed the smug. Mr. Enigmatic. Are we at 300K now? Gotta be close. Gotta be close to 300K. Gotta be. I mean, we gotta be. True happiness for all your success, N1SB. Thank you. Almost every civilization that's found, even those separate from the outside world, they always believe in some kind of higher power. Humans throughout all of human history worship some form of higher power. Weird, almost like it's a natural instinct. Almost like the truth is written on your heart. Very strange, huh? You gotta start planning for the 300K subscriber party. You're right on the edge. I feel like we're right there. Ooh, 719. We only got a few left to go. 299,719 subs. I feel like we're gonna be there shortly. 281 left. Feel like we's close. Anyway, pizza. You guys want to do that? A pizza party? If we do a pizza party, I have to come back on and raise a shitload of money because man, we're gonna have a lot of fucking people to order pizzas for. We think about how to do that. It's actually kind of rough to do. Like, what are we gonna do? Order 100 fucking people pizzas? I mean, I'll do it. I don't care. I'll literally sit down. Like, I'll get the whole fucking mod team, and we'll just sit there and fucking order. We'll order 100 people pizzas. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't care. If that's what you want to do, if you want to do a pizza party, we'll do it. But maybe I can think of something else that's really cool to do. But we pretty traditionally had fucking a pizza party when we do the when we do these, we've pretty traditionally had a pizza party for it. Oh yeah, is pizza ever going to be just like ever associated with Epstein? If I'm like, you guys want to have a pizza party? People are like, Andrew, remember Epstein, Andrew. It's like, bro, come on. Okay, I still like fucking pizza, all right? Not that kind of pizza. As a fellow maintenance man, you're doing us proud. Techs always suck. Controls is where it's at. Controls is much tougher, I'm not gonna lie. I never fucking understood it. I understood a little bit of it. Just enough to fucking program up. I understood enough to fucking program up. Yeah, so. Anyway. Yeah, we'll get, yeah, you can't ruin pizza. I think we should have a pizza party and then, I don't know though. Should we just make the problem is like people just order pineapple pizza because you're all psychopaths. Fucking psychopaths, bro. Charlie Kirk out of the picture. TPUSA got to prove they will uphold his inquisitive, kind nature. Where should young Republicans go? Well, that's a question of our time, isn't it? The truth is that right now there's a massive reorganization happening. There isn't any place for you to go yet. But as this thing becomes emergently reorganized, there will be something. Subscribe now and Andrew will send you a free pizza. Shut up, you fucking idiot. Old lady just cooked me a ribeye. Kid ate at the parents' house. She just gave me a beer. And now I see a Coke chill stream. God is truly great, but you missed it all. If I ate tomatoes, she can be the oh God, dude. People fucking. You still like fucking pizza? Wait. I feel like there was a play on words there. You still like fucking pizza? I'm not getting into that. I feel like I could weasel my way through that word salad and make myself sound epic. But I'm not going to. Pizza. What the fuck? We can't have a pizza party now? The thing is that if we do, like who was I arguing with about this? You gotta have $35 for pizza. It's gotta be 35 because you can't get just a fucking pizza. That's bullshit. You have to be able to get pizza with at least 2 toppings, right? And then you have to be able to get a 2-liter, and you have to be able to get wings. That's going to be $35, right? For sure. That's at least $35. Don't do that to poor pizza. Mean. So it's got to be $35. So let's do some math here. Yeah, it has to be. You can't just do. One second here. One second, let me see. We did like, oh dude, that would be really like $2,500, be like 71 people we could serve pizza to. I don't know. I don't think we can do pizza parties like that anymore, man. I don't think we can do them anymore. Maybe we'll do something else. I don't know. Let me think about it. But anyway, I got to get out of here today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Cope stream, and the debate earlier was a ton of fun for me. Got a whole bunch of stuff coming this month, including the Whatever series that's going to kick up near the end of the month. Big special surprise at the end of the month for everybody, too. Telling you, you're never going to expect it. Not in a million years.
Did you call the...
Switch to TurboTax. File free in the app by June 28. All 100% free. Now this.
Did you call the cops on me?
Yes, putting the faces on the Obamas. This is the most racist thing to come out of the White House.
What do we want? What do we want?
Oh, the push here.
Is he calling the cops?
Yes, I'm on.
Why are you calling the cops?
Touch me, and that's not okay.
Okay.
Somebody else called, that's why we're here. Saying somebody grabbed somebody else's megaphone. That's why we're here. We're just trying to figure out what's going on.
You're gonna look very bad, so I'm gonna give you the opportunity to show you aren't so crazy. You don't want that opportunity? Resist. We are here in St. Petersburg and Clarence Square, where the liberals are very angry. I just asked them for proof of allegations against them. Let's have the conversation, I guess. Hi there. Thanks for being out here today.
Thank you.
What's your instrument? Show our camera.
Yes, this is called the go-go bell.
Give me a little resistant.
Yes, it's actually used in Brazilian samba music.
Okay.
So yeah, so you can create different patterns, and you're usually playing with drums, and it's usually done in a marching band.
Give me a little resistance tune there. What would be the tune you'd play with this if you're fighting and resisting?
All right.
All right.
Resist. Very cool. So you're gonna resist the administration with this.
Yes.
Okay. Real quick, what are you protesting?
We are just protesting against the current state of the U.S. in regards to the administration, immigration, ICE no longer just going after immigrants, but going after U.S. American citizens.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
What's your proof for that?
Uh-oh.
What's my proof of that?
Don't ask
Someone
for
like
proof.
Alex Preety, who basically was just trying to protect someone, and he was standing back and he was walking back away from the cameras, away from the ICE agents, and then for him to be tackled and then put on the ground and basically shot in the back.
Yeah, that whole situation is so terrible,
Yeah.
isn't it? I
Yeah.
hate absolutely that it
Yes,
happened.
yeah.
What do you think about the video that came out later on showing Alex Preddy spitting on officers, breaking their taillights, kicking their cars. What did you think about that?
Well, I think that wasn't a good thing to do,
Yeah.
certainly, right? But it was a different incident.
It was.
It was a totally different incident,
Yeah.
yes.
Do you think it's smart for people to go out and try to wrestle with or impede immigration enforcement officers?
No, I don't think they should be impeding, but I think peaceful protest should not be an issue for anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say when you start pushing ICE agents and you start shoving them back and getting in their way, that's not so peaceful.
Well, that's not the folks that we're trying to, certainly there are people that are going above, a bit beyond, but, the whole idea is to do a peaceful protest,
Absolutely.
to make change and have voices be heard.
Okay.
And I have friends all over the world, and they're looking at what's going on in here in the country, and they just can't believe that we voted someone like Trump into the office.
Okay. I loved your sign, ma'am. I really loved it. Did you make this?
I have to say it was given to me by the people who organized this. I didn't make a sign, but
Okay, that's very interesting. What's the first sign? Let me see. Inhumane, cruel, and evil. Do you believe that about ICE?
I do, yes.
Why do you say ICE is inhumane, cruel, and evil?
Breaking the law and taking people who legally are here and making their lives miserable.
Yeah. So who are some of the people that they're taking that are legal citizens?
Well, the college professor and I wouldn't know for sure until they produce their papers. The ones that can afford lawyers, I'm sure will get back, hopefully.
Yeah.
Are legally.
Well, let me ask you.
The poor.
Right. What about, do you think everyone who has been deported so far, because it's been a year since Trump has been in office, and in that time frame he deported, that's it, it's only been 365 days so far. And so he's deported, on the record, 605,000 people. Do you think all of those people deserve to be deported, or do you think that if they're here illegally, that's fair?
Certainly there are some of those who should have been deported, but by the law, by the Constitution, without breaking the law, without...
Where do you see ICE agents breaking the law?
Without warrants, searching places without warrants.
Yeah.
Which I would hope that... I live with a person that is legally here.
Okay.
So what if they thought he wasn't legally, they can break down the door and they're not prosecuted.
The illegals?
ICE is not prosecuted.
Yeah, okay. Very
Now.
fair. Name one good thing Trump has done so far.
I'm trying. I'm sorry, I don't even recognize him as president.
Oh, so he's not your president?
Not mine.
Okay.
No.
Who is your president?
Well, Obama was. Just someone else. Anyone else.
So who's your president right now?
Golly, I'm sorry, we just don't have one.
We just don't have one.
We have a narcissist, bullying, mentally deficient person in the office.
What do you think about the 146,000 children he found that the Joe Biden administration misplaced when they let all the cartels come across the border?
I think needed to be more looking at before they deported them all.
No, they found them. They found the children who came across the border in a cartel. Hi, how are you? Thanks for being out here.
Hey, it's an honor. It's an honor, really.
Yeah. What are you fighting for today?
Well, ICE out right now. And racism in general after yesterday's post.
Yesterday's post, right? Tell us about yesterday's post.
The putting the faces on the Obamas. Yeah, that was just despicable.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't, as even a Republican, Tim Scott, one of his close friends, said, this is the most racist thing to come out of the White House, which begs, what's number 2, 3, 4?
Well, what do you think is number 2?
I don't know. I'm not going to get involved in that. We just they're burning it to the ground, so let's fix it.
Okay. Do you think, what's your understanding of that post? Was it a staffer? Was it Trump himself? Who made it? What do you know about it?
I don't know if you saw the interview. Trump said he got it, he looked at it, didn't watch the whole thing, ended up sending it to his people, and they posted it, so it wasn't a staffer.
Oh, it was Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, so you think Trump...
He said it. It was on the news.
He knew that. He cognitively, posted that on his Truth Social.
Yeah, he didn't make it to the end of that, no. He said, I only watched the beginning. and
Well,
then
do you
I send
think-
it to my people.
Do you think there's nuance for that he didn't see the ending part?
Define nuance.
So like, yeah, maybe it was distasteful to post that, but
It's
if
beyond
he
distasteful.
didn't know that he didn't watch the whole thing, can we
Well, out
really
of
say he's
curiosity,
racist?
do you think that would be distasteful to post that? Oh.
Why are you asking him?
Because he's standing next to me. Would you find Trump's post distasteful of putting Obama's face on apes that don't exist in the Lion King Broadway show?
Absolutely. I mean, a CEO of a corporation would never let that happen. He's supposed to be the leader of the free world.
And so what do you think about the white politicians who are also put on monkeys?
Or what?
What do you think about in that
Give me an
video?
example, and then we can talk about
Okay,
it.
you wanna see the whole video?
Yes, please.
Right here is Joe Biden as a monkey.
I think they ought to go after the person that posted it.
And do what?
What would you do?
You think we should go after the person who made this meme?
Well, what you're saying is,
No, so you think that? You said that. You said we should go after the person who made it. We should go after the person who made
if
it
you're
meme.
upset by it, this is not.
I'm not
my
upset.
issue.
I'm not upset.
about the Biden post.
Okay, so look at this. You said
No,
you
I'm
said
done.
this
What
is a
else
white
do you need?
there's a
Yeah,
white
it's Joe
politician.
Biden sucking a banana as an egg. What's
Yeah.
your point?
So is it really racist when they put
Yes.
white people? Okay, how is this racist? I mean, right there's
I don't
Kamala
understand why
Harris.
you're parsing words. We're talking general issues.
Right.
So
Well,
what's your point?
Yeah, I would love to
No,
respond.
no,
So give
I
me a
need you to
second.
tell me what's your point
I'm
today.
trying to respond. I'm just
Okay,
asking
why
for.
do you support Trump? Go ahead.
Yes, so I support Donald Trump because I believe primarily that the border needed to be closed. I do support a closed border. I support what ICE is doing. I think any illegal
And how many-
immigrant.
how many-
Hold on, you asked me
go
a
ahead,
question.
go
I'm trying
ahead.
to
You asking about my downstairs mix-up?
respond. I think there has been a multiple.
I don't know, man. I think it's just their nature.
Of benefits from closing the border and having ICE
Okay, so what
deport
else?
people. I also support his defunding of Planned Parenthood. I also support him defunding hospitals that trans children. I don't think that should be happening. I think
But again, go ahead.
it does because actually a
They go
girl.
to school and they come home opposite sex.
So there was a girl actually that just won a court case for $2 million in New York
Did
against
she go to school
doctors.
and
Yeah, and once they, they need to realize that issue, and that'll be the first part to solving that issue. But right now, I just think it's fine. They justify it.
being sexist?
So actually what they did to her is the doctors gave her a double mastectomy and took her breast away at the age of 14 because they told her she was a
What's the
boy.
result of that case at this point?
She won $2 million.
Good. Where are her parents?
I don't know.
Why weren't they involved?
They probably were. And the doctors convinced
I
all
don't
of
believe
them.
that.
You think I'm lying about that?
That the parents were involved in
I
that
don't know
someone
if the parents-
mutilate their child.
So it is
They eat dogs
mutilation.
and cats,
So it is
too.
mutilation. Then when we trans children and we give gender
You just said
affirming
they
care,
had double
is that
mastectomies
that's mutilation,
to
isn't
a
it?
child that doesn't have breasts. How does that happen?
Sir, it was a girl whose doctors told her that she was
What
actually a
about the
little
eating
boy.
cats and dogs? Where are we on
Let's
that?
stick
Are
to
we
one
still-
topic.
No, we can't
Let-
because you bounce around too.
Okay, so I'm telling you why I support Trump. I said I was against
I'm
the
just keeping
transing
her
of
busy so no one
children.
has to deal with her. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing. If you are keeping me busy because no one else wants to deal with me, you should be able to deal with me. You should be
I
able to
don't need
keep a
to deal with shit.
conversation.
I'm out here protesting.
So are you gonna address this yet?
Anarchist, fascist president. I'm not. What else you got?
This completely dissolves your entire argument. Step away from me, sir.
I'm sorry, are you looking for arm's length?
And the way this creepy dude's acting, he's super sus. He's probably on a watch list. That's my opinion.
You're shaking. Are you okay?
No, I have anxiety as well as panic disorder.
And I'm gonna step away and just remove myself from the situation.
I think
Okay?
it's probably smart. Yeah.
Okay. I would just ask that you.
No, I'm security. I get to do what I want here, but thank you.
I get to do what I want.
Security. You have someone with.
Yellow vest from. I could get an ice vest too. Would that be better?
So
Amazon. But
you're shaking violently.
I have anxiety
So
disorder.
why are you security? I don't think someone with panic disorders and anxiety should be working security.
Around me, and I'm passionate.
That's great. I think that's beautiful that you. Okay.
I would throw myself in front of a car for you. That's why.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. Yeah,
So
I'll pray for
crazy.
you tonight, and I hope that you will pray for me.
I'll throw
And thank you
myself
for
in
being
front
willing
of
to
a
keep me
car
safe.
for
I
you.
really appreciate
I
that.
do 100%.
Yeah, and I would keep you safe as well.
Every
So,
human being.
yes, absolutely. Let's give a fist bump here.
Okay.
I appreciate you. Have a wonderful time at your protest.
I'm
There's
gonna
a
do my best. This
Yeah.
is my only therapy I get right now is a break. So
Oh my
I hope this didn't
God.
upset it too much for my day.
Let's do
But
this.
No, I think you're very
absolutely willing
strong.
to
You're
talk.
willing.
If we don't talk, we're not going to get through this.
That's the thing. That's what I like to come out here and do is just talk. And so I appreciate you and
But
thank
you'd
you
like to
so much.
push buttons with the little post. You ought to actually talk about the more core stuff that we're
I did-
dealing
I
with.
did
Did you
try.
think that that post is okay?
I didn't think anything was wrong with it. I thought it was kind of funny.
Okay, do you know the history of slavery?
I do.
Okay, tell me about 400 years ago bringing the South Africans over and...
Yeah,
Why
I just
did
don't
they-
think that has
why did
anything
they
to
make them
do.
monkeys?
Huh?
Is it to lower them below the white person?
Why is it when you see black person and
staying on
monkey?
one topic.
I know. We're talking about
Why did
monkeys.
they start equating 400 years ago black people to monkeys?
I'm not sure, but the fact that you
Because
still
the
do it,
council
I don't do that though.
No, I
The
don't.
fact that you're still
But I'm
doing
telling
it is
you that
weird.
you find it okay to post that stuff where I don't find that
But
okay.
that's okay then. That's fine. That's okay.
But the thing is, you ought to understand some history that they used the apes to say you're less than white people.
Okay.
So that's why they put them on apes.
Then why did they also put Joe Biden on an
There's
air?
no explanation for that. That's a different topic.
It's the same topic though. But I
it's not.
appreciate your
The president
time.
of the United States is the person overseeing us. Now you're talking about a rando
Okay.
that posted. We could pull 5 million ugly posts up. We're
Sure.
talking about our president.
Absolutely. Well, hey, I love this long form conversation we're having. Can I circle back around to you and maybe?
Choose, sure.
I really
100%.
Wait, what's your
You
name?
have a great day. Duncan Alexander. First
Duncan,
name
it was
is
a-
Jeffrey. I'm already in their documents.
Oh no, that's okay. My name's
I'm already
Kathleen,
in
and
the
it's so nice
system.
talking to you.
It was a pleasure to do it.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Have a good day, dude.
I'm
If
gonna
I
do
see
my
you
best.
back around, I'll say bye before I leave.
Sounds
Okay?
good, Kate.
And thank you. Thank you so much.
I thought of something good. He got rid of the straws.
What?
He got rid of the paper straws. And you're great for showing up with us.
That is so sweet. She said one good thing Trump has done is that he got rid of the paper straws.
Because you asked me and I kept saying, I'm thinking.
Those paper straws
The
suck.
only other credit we'll give is the vaccine. The operation,
You know what?
because that was the fastest we'd ever gotten the vaccine out. Let me get Mo for you. That'll be good.
Okay.
Hey.
You're an awesome group today. I really love the conversation, Greg. What's your sign say? Ice out. We are all Renee Good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not Renee Good. Thank goodness.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're not Renee Good, or you wouldn't be standing here with us. So,
Because, well, I'd be dead then, right?
you'd be dead.
Yeah. Let me ask you, you know how when Charlie Kirk was assassinated in public, there are a lot of people who held signs that said, I am Charlie Kirk, or we are Charlie Kirk. Did you ever hold one of those signs at all?
I'm not Charlie Kirk
No. Why not?
Charlie.
because he talks about things that I don't believe in. So
Same height.
I'm sure you believe in him because you're right here, right now, asking me these questions.
Well, yeah. Well, it's just interesting because we saw when he was killed, a lot of people held up signs that said, we are Charlie Kirk, I am Charlie Kirk, bumper stickers. And then I see people saying that about Renee Good, and I just wonder, what did Renee Good stand for?
What we're standing for right here is what she stood for.
My bowels.
And she was shot for it.
Yeah. When you say you are Renee Good,
Charlie Kirk was
I
shot
think
for
they
it.
were doing different things. I think Charlie and Renee were doing different
Yeah, but
things.
he spoke for what he stood for,
Yes.
and therefore he was shot. So this is what America's becoming.
No, he wasn't shot because he stood up for what he believed in. He was shot because a deranged leftist decided it would be better to silence him with a bullet than
right.
debate him.
Get out of here.
I'll show you some weed. That's all I can show you. But not for long.
With your
No,
crazy
no, it's
shit.
okay. Let it go. We're supposed to.
What media outlet are you from?
I'm from Liberty Hangout.
Would you say a bit about it?
My
Could you call 911, please? They're right over there in the corner.
he wants you to
I
call
think
911.
we need for you to turn the volume down a little bit.
What volume?
People are saying you're riling people up and this is a peaceful demonstration.
Okay, well,
Oh my
my name is
God,
Caitlin. What's
look
your
at
name?
these
I'm
crazy
Mickey Albert.
Hi, Nikki. What's your name?
And at the round,
They're
got four
crazy
cops
as
here.
hell.
I just got touched by a visitor.
finance meeting in 5 minutes.
What?
That's so creepy.
I got it. Allow me.
You're being
Is he
too
calling the
loud.
cops?
Yes, they're in the line.
Why are you calling the cops?
Just touched me and that's not okay.
You're riling people up.
They'll call.
My name is Caitlin Bennett. It's so nice to meet you. My media.
Right. She likes seeing fucked up people go mentally nuts.
All right.
Nice.
We want to keep the temperature down. Okay. So maybe
Sure.
you could. Can I just go back there? Can I just go down here and I'll just take a break from him?
Duncan,
I'm not
step
done.
back. Please step back.
I'll just go down here and I'll leave these people alone. And I'll just go to the other side.
All right.
Okay. I don't want to bother him. Is it
I've already
okay?
done it, way too late.
I don't want to continue bothering him. So is it okay if I just stay down here and you guys go down there?
Who are you representing?
Just myself. It's right here, Liberty Hangout. It's my YouTube channel.
Okay.
That's it. I saw you guys.
Yeah, you gotta subscribe to the other content, the other page, man.
Were out here on a whim. I was like, let's go get their voices out. I have about 3 million followers. And so there's a lot of people that would love to hear what you guys are saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I'm on camera.
So,
I'm okay, bro.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, this
bro.
is a peaceful demonstration. We just don't want anybody to be incited. So as long as you're staying within those parameters,
Yeah.
we're okay
Is
with
it okay if
that.
I just go down there and I'll give him some space?
Okay, that's fine.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Let's go down here. Hey, I'm just trying to give you some space.
Rather than my protest, thank you.
Okay, I just wanted to have some space though. What?
Get on down.
Did you call the cops on me?
Yes. the red
For
thing.
what?
No, he touched me and I asked him not to do that.
Okay, so you do have anxiety, don't you? So how about we just give each other some space? So, okay, all right. Can I do that? Can I have a turn?
Just disengage, please.
Disengage, please. Do not talk with them.
All right.
These people are not on our side. So you can be here, but we're not responding to y'all.
Can I
We
ask
don't
you?
want any agitators here.
Sure, yeah, how am I an agitator?
No, we realize you have the right for what you need to do, but please do not mess with our protesters.
I'm just talking to people, just like a dialogue.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
What do we want? Hey,
So I'm gonna give Duncan some.
What do we want? Hey, no! What do we want? No!
So
What do we want? Hey, no! What do we want? No!
him to just
What do we want?
I
Hey, no!
don't want to say.
No! What do we want? Hey, no! What do we want? No! What do we want? Hey, no!
I just want to be. I'm gonna walk over to Duncan. Okay, I'm gonna go that way. Okay. Well, I'm just. I love your dress. That's right. Let's do it together.
What do we want? What do we want? Well, the police push through her.
Okay. All right, come
Not
on.
just her.
All right.
Come on, no! Now! What do we want? I said, what do we want it now?
Duncan, you need to take a breath. Just take a breathe and step away.
What do we want?
Step away.
I said, what do we want?
Duncan is especially special, man. This is extra. This is funny.
Come over here. Come here.
Come on, Kerber.
Okay, Duncan, I would like some space from you. The officers are over there. You can go tell them what you need to tell them. Okay? You're falling on people because you're in such a tizzy because I'm here with a different opinion, Duncan. Okay? Just calm down.
Makes America great. Love. Not hate. Makes America great.
Hi! I love your son.
We know everything. You don't go to
Why are you treating a woman like this?
Makes America great. Love. Not hate. Treating America great. Love. Not hate. People having this. America great. Love. Not hate. Makes America great.
Hi, how are you?
I'm well. How about yourself?
If we are silent, what are you?
Makes America great.
Who is that?
Not hate. Makes America great.
We are here. be put on a watch list. Someone check his hard drive.
Makes America great. Now that's angry.
What's angry?
You.
I'm not angry. I'm good.
Saying you have to check him out.
Put him on a watch list. Yeah.
Makes America great. What?
Surely you can debate me, right?
I don't hate you. I don't hate anybody.
Surely you can use your voice, right?
Makes America great.
Why do you treat women like this?
I'm a horrible human being.
Oh, you are?
Ask them all.
Yeah.
Why do I treat women so badly?
You're treating me badly.
God.
Makes America great.
Aren't the police fascists?
Makes America great. Go on, go on. No, we don't need agitators to rile us up.
Yeah, you have one working as your fake security right now.
I don't even want to talk to you.
Duncan, I'm gonna give you the opportunity.
I'm not doing shit.
Yeah, you look really bad in this video. I have 3 million followers. You're gonna look very bad, so I'm gonna give you the opportunity to show you aren't so crazy.
Makes America great.
Duncan is crazy shit.
The hate makes America great. Love, not hate, makes America great.
I don't understand why someone who has trouble controlling their impulses is working as their security. Love, not hate, makes America great. But they don't.
Diarrhea, indigestion, upset stomach. Oops, I got it wrong. Get you some Pepto-Bismol, man.
Love me as we see here. I love your shirt. Let's do a fit check. What are you wearing?
Makes America great.
Man, he's asked you to stop because you're hurting his ears. We keep walking away. We're gonna walk this way.
Makes America great. We could be here.
I know.
Not hate makes America great.
You're hurting his ears though. You're pointing the megaphone into his ears though. Please stop doing that. Please stop doing that. You're hurting us. You're hurting us. Please stop hurting us. Are you gonna stop hurting us? Stop. You have permission.
19.99 for 2 pizzas and 2 sides? Oh yeah, it's dumb.
Love, not hate. Love, not hate.
History remembers triumphs, empire.
Actually, want to watch. Oh no.
Hello, are you dressed? Yeah. Hi, Detective Weiss. How are you? Good.
Nice. Love, not hate.
History remembers triumph.
Smells really bad. Damn.
Thinkable violence. Entire communities erased. Cities set ablaze. Orders given without mercy. What unfolded in these chapters was not strategy or politics, but something colder. Calculated cruelty carried out on a scale that defies belief. Some were fueled by religion, others by revenge. Many were justified in the name of conquest or control, but the outcome was always the same. Thousands, sometimes millions, left dead in the wake of decisions made by a few. So if you're ready, settle in. Let the weight of the day fall away. We're going through the ruins, the silence, and the blood-soaked history. Welcome to the worst massacres in medieval history. The summer of the year 1099 was suffocating in its dryness. The earth near Jerusalem cracked beneath footfalls, and the very wind seemed to carry dust more than air. Tensions, long brewed by decades of religious fervor and political ambition, reached their boiling point at the gates of the holy city. Yet, before swords were drawn or ramparts scaled, Jerusalem stood as it had for centuries, weathered, resilient, and sacred to many. Nestled among rocky hills and guarded by thick stone walls, its fate lay at the mercy of weary invaders, their armor dulled by desert marches, and their spirits sharpened by sermons of divine justice. The Crusaders who had journeyed from the far reaches of Western Christendom believed they were on a mission sanctified by heaven. Their journey had taken years, beginning with Pope Urban II.
Liberty hangout.
And who took the cross were not seasoned warriors.
We can't.
You probably might go to jail,
I'm gonna go to jail.
possibly.
She's literally asking the police to remove me from public property.
I think I'd better not talk to you anymore because I'm really.
As you know, the growth of population in Europe is almost negative. So it is clear that we need young people to fulfill the vacuum. And I think the subcontinent, with its current population structure, would be one of the best choices for legal migration.
Well, Japan has a birth rate problem, and they are doubling down. They're going, oh yeah, we gonna f them all. That's okay. We don't need the angry black man. Let's go to Japan. Japan right now too. They're moving the other way. They're moving further to the right. And right wing means different things in different.
I think you should take a bath. That might solve a lot of your issues. Just take your farts into that bathtub.
Countries in Japan, my understanding, having done a little bit of a deep dive this weekend, is they don't want more immigration. They want to kind of clamp down on immigration, and their right wing wants to be prepared for the threat that is China. So they just had an election, and it was very definitive. Their conservative party in Japan, the LDP, it's been their most dominating election win since World War II. But that's actually probably a good thing. I know you hear Japan since World War II. Are they acting up again? No. This is good for everybody. Here.
Supporters applauded Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi on Sunday after her coalition swept to a landslide election win. The 64-year-old called a rare midwinter snap election to capitalize on her high approval ratings after becoming.
Hey George, take a diarrhea into a Ziploc bag and put it in your freezer and let it freeze. And then once it's frozen, you can carve it into a weapon. And then you could kill a man with your own diarrhea.
Japan's first female prime minister late last year. US President Donald Trump last week gave Takaichi his total endorsement and said he would host her at the White House next month. China will also be keeping a close eye on the results.
And this is how, I guess monumental you would consider this. Even in Okinawa, the LDP flipped District 1 from the Communist Party, and they've held it since 2014. So Sky News described this as breaking. Japan's ultra-conservative prime minister is set to seize more power after an exit poll had her securing a big majority in the country's lower house. Then the New York Times, Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi of Japan was set to win a sweeping mandate to impose a conservative agenda. They're not happy about it, right? The left is not happy about it. We'll get into why.
Also, by the way, you're going to go on to watch Real America's Voice if you are not a Rumble Premium member, and if you want to support this and enjoy the free content. None of it happens without your membership. We continue for another hour every day. We have a Friday show, $99 a year to join Rumble Premium. Mug.
No, I didn't buy Helldivers yet. Or Arc Raiders. Congrats. Yeah, Super Bowl win, yep. Yep, hell yeah. Boot up Battlefield 6? Yeah, you're right. Battlefield 6. I've been slacking and haven't played that. Guess I watched too much YouTube.
Club, you get this wonderful hand-etched mug, or you can try for $9 a month. It keeps the lights on. Why is...
I agree with that. That was a good one.
The left so mad, though, about this? That's because the Japanese are embarrassing their countries in many ways. Like Canada at their own game at the Olympics. It doesn't sit well. That's a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah.
For the Canadians.
Dominated by a crab. That
sucks. Very patriotic crab, too. They're very proud of their... They're not ashamed to be Japanese.
They have an advantage.
Very polite.
On ice.
The spider crabs?
Yeah, spider crabs.
Yeah, they probably like more barbed feet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
or barbed feet in general.
Yeah,
because humans don't have barbed.
No, we generally don't.
Not yet.
Would
We'll
be
see.
more.
I mean, in the hills of West Virginia, I'm sure there are.
Flippers, yes. Barbed, no.
So, and here's the crazy thing, is when you look at a nation like Japan, right now they're saying, okay, we don't want a bunch of migrants, especially not those from the third world. That mirrors what a lot of Americans think here. This issue kind of boils down to, let's assume that we all identify a problem. All right. Problem is we have a birth rate problem. And Japan has had this problem for quite a while. They're not the worst anymore, but it's pretty severe.
So, when does, so since the Super Bowl season just ended, does, the next season pretty much, start, they start getting ready for the next season, right away, huh? I never really paid too much attention. Why that comedian get an American flag? Well, he lives in America now.
We have that problem here in the United States, right? We are not at replacement rates.
No.
All right. The reason for it is because the left told you for a very long time to not have kids. For the sake of Mother Earth. Okay, that's the big reason for it. Not the only reason. The left also told you wait longer and longer and longer and pursue things that will be more fulfilling, like jobs, money, traveling,
Sleeping around.
Yeah, all of these things will be more fulfilling than raising a family. Okay, but we all recognize a problem. Here's where we are: birth rate problem. Okay, you kind of have two paths if you want to fix it. The left has picked a direction. It's very clear. We have a birth rate problem, so you need more immigrants. You need to bring them in because you don't have enough people. Or the alternative, and people are afraid to say this, encourage younger families and people screwing more and having more kids. And the good news is both of those can be mirrored through policy. The better news is that encouragement and incentives for people to get married and have more children, that's actually easier to do than mass import migrants. But the left has chosen their path. We need these people. We need these people because we don't have enough folks. Now the right needs to be just as loud with, we need more people. Let's go back to valuing families. So the birth rate thing, it's a problem, and listen to how European leaders classify it and what direction you think they want to go.
As you know, the growth of population in Europe is almost negative. So it is clear that we need young people to fulfill the vacuum. And I think the subcontinent, with its current population structure, would be one of the best choices for legal migration.
Without migration, we will starve. Because we need also migration, but we need it in an orderly way. And this is the journey that we have to do to get.
There are many countries around us, and similar calculations are being made for us, which say that there will be a major economic problem. This is due to the fact that the working population is growing, the experience of the last years and decades, and what is important for the future, that we have had economic growth in the last 20 years, that we have managed to make our country economically successful in recent years. This was and is due to the fact that many women and men from other European countries and from other countries around the world have pitched in, contributed their talents here, and ensured that this economy moves forward. We can find so many people who want to lend a hand.
To be British is to be tolerant, reasonable, compassionate, and diverse, and fight for it against the toxic division of reform.
Well, Japan has a birth rate problem, and they are doubling down. They're going, oh, yeah, we will have more. That's okay. We don't need the angry black man.
No, it feels good, so it'll work out.
Okay, yes. It's a time for Japanese to get more kinky.
Tonight, my wife and I was sleeping in the same bed.
You're right. Very freaky.
Sleep in the same bed. I will show her my samurais.
We finally sleep in the same bed. After prowling, my wife, she will feel like a snatch coming to sepulchre.
I'll read a fortune cookie. Fortune say, 6.
Please. When I'm through with her birthday, we'll call it Hiroshima.
I will have a swimmer to 6. I will have a crabs. Japanese pelvic crabs.
My wife had a name for me, Japanese spider crab, because it feels like they're eating over me. She swears to eat over me.
Just need butter.
So let's see how it works out for Japan. Hey, all right, birth rate problem, have more kids. There you go. Also, let me ask you, because people will say, well, there's no guarantee that you raise your kids right and that they, they continue your traditions or that your values remain instilled in them. Sure, there's no guarantee, but let me ask you, as far as a voting base in this country, what do you think happens if God-fearing, patriotic Americans have larger families? Okay, so we fix the birth rate problem. What do you think that voting demographic looks like versus the alternative, which is importing people from third world nations? What do you think is more likely to lead to a sustainable and successful nation? Let's go that way.
Yeah.
It's not rocket science.
I can guarantee you, the people coming in don't share your values.
Right.
CK.
And by the way, there has never been a guarantee with your kids keeping your culture, your values. Never, since the founding of any nation. Right? So, but it's a much better prospect than bringing people in.
There is a guarantee that people being brought in and their votes being purchased, that they will vote more left as a voting bloc. That is
always going to vote for more free stuff.
Here's one thing that worries me. I don't worry about an America that's less white, and that's just for that fact. I don't worry about being a minority. That's not what I worry. What I worry about is the rhetoric about how awful white people are and how we are an oppressor and how we've done this and we've done that and we deserve this and we deserve that. And then you import these people from other places and then you preach that to them. They get that message that we are the oppressor and something needs to be done and they need to take over. And then by the time that we're old and we're in our, 60s or 70s or whatever it is, and the country looks a lot different and it's filled with people who don't like you and think that you're a problem, and now you're not going to get the care you need.
No.
If you need medical care, if you need assisted living, you're not going to get you're going to be a second-class citizen.
Yeah.
That's what I worry about. It truly is the only thing that I really worry about.
The left is very effective with it. When I did the black and white on the gray shoes at the barbershop, Gerald knows I didn't want to air it. And the reason why was because I said people are going to be more racist having watched this, because everything was seen through the lens of race. And you could see how ignorant they were of fundamental facts. There wasn't one black man in that barbershop, not one, who believed me when I said, what if Donald Trump said, I'm not talking about white supremacists or neo-Nazis who should be condemned totally. What if he said those words? Would that change your mind? Like, well, I don't know if he did, but I don't believe that he said that. That tells you the left has been very effective in lying to people, in propagandizing people, and marrying it with race. So they believe that we want to oppress them because of something that didn't happen.
Right.
Or because of information that they were proactively They were proactively led away from. They believe that, and they vilify people based on a lie. They vilified Donald Trump based on a lie, and they will vilify you based on a lie. And so at a certain point, you can't have everyone. You can't have everyone else engaging in groupthink. And you're like, oh, yeah, no, we're all the same. Not if everyone else says we are not all the same. And specifically, when everyone else is saying we're all the same, except white people, like you saw from Blue, that representative. All of us share a common bond. Our problem is white people. That's a very, very dangerous place to be if it gains more momentum. It really is.
I can't imagine saying that about any other race.
No.
It'd be,
and I wouldn't.
Yeah. It'd be, what is it? Is it reprehensible or irreprehensible?
It's reprehensible.
Reprehensible. Thank you. I almost went an ethnic way.
That'd be the wrong direction.
Yeah. I mean, reprehensible. You say that about any other race. Like, hey, we gotta get together and do something about these blacks.
Right.
Like, we all have to come together and realize that this is the problem in this country.
Yeah.
First beer of the wedding. Is there enough for everyone? Oh, right there. Oh! I got this.
Pizzagate was always real. Would you mind just giving a basic recap of what this Pizzagate theory was?
These emails get dumped online full of everything that was in John Podesta's life, and John Podesta is a very powerful and connected man. People on the internet then start to notice these strange pizza messages about $40,000 worth of hot dogs being flown to DC for parties, and overt references to children.
That's a lot of hot dogs. That's a lot. Like, there is this one old man that I watch on Instagram Reels who drives around in a car full of hot dogs, drinking and driving, gambling, and he's great. But, like, that's like a car full of hot dogs, and that's probably only like $50 at the most. I've seen him. I like him. He's good.
These kids, ages like 7, 8, and 9, will be in the pool, and it'll be heated, and they will be there for. It's like, wait, what are we talking about? This one pizza place in particular, Comet Ping Pong, right in the heart of DC. The Instagram of this pizza shop is full of very disturbing images of children. Things like children taped to tables. Things like commenters talking about rape and abuse, things like comments about kill rooms, and so much disturbing imagery on a public Instagram account for a public pizza place as the
Bro, actually eyes wide shut. Oh my god. Wow.
A public Instagram
Who
account
does
for
that?
a public pizza place as the media is running this big kind of smear campaign on these questions. A guy
enjoys your content. I'm
walks
glad.
into that pizza place
Yeah,
with
shout
an
out to
AR
you.
and
For sure.
shoots the place up. Doesn't hit anybody, but manages to shoot
got a great
bullet
hairline.
straight through the hard drive
I'm
that's
jealous.
in the back room, and gets arrested by police very publicly. They have a big photo shoot, so then you
Yeah.
can look at it and say these conspiracy theories are dangerous.
Yeah.
So we can censor them all off the internet because it's been debunked. Don't pay attention to the fact that the guy that owns the pizza place is the boyfriend of the guy that runs Media Matters, who is one of the primary debunkers of these things.
Man, that is really, damn, bro, like,
They're named. They had 10 co-conspirators, one of whom was Leslie Wexner. They're named. And that the list is long. Like, there's pilots, we know their names. Larry Visosky, there's 3 different pilots. There's a bunch of other madams like Ghislaine Maxwell, but, you know, assistants that were helping to recruit girls. There's a bunch of other people that were trafficking models and bringing models in and out. There's just this long, there's an enormously long list of people in various roles all around Epstein that we know full well were, at the very least, deeply suspiciously involved, where they should be asked some.
Oh yeah, they are saying what's new.
AI can't nail a double cork 1620. And it will never be told it's the best in the world. But it can help the humans who are. Find your edge with AI from
Look into my ring and you will see the
Booking.com
future.
has all kinds of stays because some love a rustic cabin. Others feel differently. find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com.
Coming up on Takedown with Chris Hansen.
Portland, Oregon. Or actually, I'm from Tacoma, Washington, but living in Portland, Oregon now.
Sure. This man in Genesee County, Michigan just waved his freedom goodbye.
Oh, my goodness, man.
And you've had some experience with the law, haven't you?
Correct.
He's already been through the prison system, and now he's made the mistake of meeting me.
You law enforcement?
I'll get to that in a minute.
I'm crazy.
I hope you're enjoying this free full episode of Takedown on our YouTube channel. But there's something you need to know. There are literally hundreds of new episodes either in production or on our streaming channel right now, uncensored, all on WatchTruLu.com. Use the code YouTube26 to watch all of the episodes for $2.50, or for an annual subscription, use YouTube Year for $20 off. Also, and this is very important, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you on Trulu. I'm back in Genesee County, Michigan with Sheriff Chris Swanson and the Ghost Team.
There's no other police organization in the state of Michigan that is doing what we're doing at this level. Not one. And it doesn't happen by the sheriff alone, or Chris alone, or you alone. It happens because of all that we do.
Each one of these stories that we tell helps educate parents and saves kids' lives.
Don't think I
We
ever
appreciate
ran
it.
Crips
Thank you. After the briefing.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. He's gonna have to make a lot of apprentices and a lot of people to take his job over once he's too old to do it. Roar Carl, whatever says that anywhere. Nice. That's what's up, man. I know someone who lives in Colorado right now. She lives like in Lamont or something like that.
It's off to the Sting House, where a detective posing as a 15-year-old girl is in contact with a 51-year-old man named Ronald, who's looking for sex. The detective does a background check, and we learn about Ronald's disturbing criminal history. So, second-degree homicide and arson, convicted in '96 after being arrested in 1992, out in 2008, and on parole until last November. Typically, he's
the parole is for a different.
The parole is for a different offense.
For interfering with crime report communication, crime threatening, kill, injury. That's a 525. That was in 2018.
2018, he violated his parole.
And a larceny in a building.
So he's a bad dude. So this guy's been in and out of trouble literally for 30 years.
Aggravated stalking in 2006.
Aggravated stalking. And this guy's coming over here to meet a 15-year-old girl for sexual liaison. Now you shudder to think what would happen if there was a real 15-year-old girl here waiting for him. This will be interesting. Ronald's prior charges and convictions for aggravated stalking, arson, and second-degree homicide landed him in and out of prison for many years. The fire he set when he was 18, along with 2 other men, resulted in the death of 28-year-old Detroit firefighter Roland Waters. And now it appears Ronald is not done making bad life choices. I want to hear more about the text conversation he's having with a girl he's been told is just 15. The detective fills me in. Give me a sense for the chat. How does it start?
It started out asking if I was available and what my location is. I told him I don't give out location until I know that you're coming. So he said he only has $100. Told him that I would get him anything. I dropped the age and then completely went weird about it. He said, why would you lie about something delicate? Told him I had to lie about my age so I could post the ad. Then he said, wow, unbelievable. Then asked to send a picture. Sent a picture.
So for a minute, he's concerned about the age.
Yes.
Then he wants a picture.
Yes.
So he's excited about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then asked if I was affiliated with law enforcement. I said no. Are you? He said no. And then I asked for the address, and then I asked him, "What are you looking for?" He said everything, and I said, "What's everything?" Because it could mean anything. He said everywhere where my dick can fit in. So I said anal is $50 more because I've never really tried it. So I said, "Is anal what you're looking for or something else?" He said, "I've never tried it, just curious. I'd love to get my dick sucked and then fuck the pussy." And then he's texting right now to send a picture of my areas and my boobs. So
he wants sexually explicit pictures.
Yes, very sexually explicit.
Investigators, of course, are not going to be sending any explicit photos, and that's okay with Ronald, because he's already on his way to meet a child for sex in exchange for $100. Another decoy makes a call to him to see how far away he is.
Hello? Nothing. Sorry, I couldn't answer my phone for some weird reason. You're almost here? Yeah. Okay, like, what, like 15, 20 minutes out? What's almost?
It's saying it's according to my GPS, it's saying I should be there by 9:28.
9:28? Okay, perfect. I'll be on the lookout for your car in the driveway. See you soon.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Well, it sounds like he's coming.
With Ronald en route, my crew finishes setting up, and I take a few moments to review the text messages one more time. We're all in position when Ronald makes a call to the decoy.
Hello?
Yeah.
You're here? I don't see any headlights. Let me peek out the window real fast. Okay. Oh, is this you pulling right now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. You can just pull right into the driveway. Okay,
How do
I'll
these
see you in a
guys?
minute.
How do these guys always fall for this shit? It's crazy.
He finds the house.
Hello?
And makes his way inside.
The door kind of stinks. Sorry about that. Still being used to this and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and just stop my phone because it's at 2%. I've been on tape on it all night. So if you want, you can go ahead and have a seat
Yeah,
right there.
just wait here.
And then I'll be right back out once I plug my phone.
Once the decoy heads to the other room, I walk out to have a chat with a convicted felon.
Hey, go ahead, have a seat. That one right over there. Sit down. Have a seat.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right.
What's your plan for tonight?
Nothing really. I just wanted to see what she was about.
What do you mean, see what she was about?
You law enforcement?
I'll get to that in a moment. Do you have a weapon with you?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. What was your plan here tonight?
Well, she introduced herself, and I just was interested in meeting her.
And neither. And who is she?
She never introduced herself on the phone.
She never used a name.
No.
And how far did you drive to get here tonight?
We drove an hour.
An hour. And was there a reason why you came here? That's her right there. Why did you come here to meet her? What was the purpose?
To meet her?
Yeah. And?
To get to know her.
To get to know her.
Correct.
And have sex with her?
And that's what she implicated.
Implicated.
I just wanted to meet her.
Did she tell you how old she was?
She did.
15?
And I thought she was fabricating.
Why would you think that she'd lie about her age like that if she told you she was 15?
I had the slightest idea. Because a lot of them do that.
A lot of them do what?
Fabricate about their age.
Fabricate about their age. In what way?
Just say anything just to get some money when I get there.
Yeah. How many times have you met women online like this?
This is probably my third time.
Third time. And did you have sex with the other girls?
No.
No. So you just hung out,
Shiver
played board
cupcake.
games, watched TV here?
Talking, drinking.
Talk. Had some drinks.
Correct.
But you talked about
specific sex acts you wanted to have with her?
She implicated that.
She implicated that.
Correct.
You said that you wanted to stick your dick everywhere
I did.
that my dick would fit in.
I did.
That leaves little to be interpreted. And you said this to somebody who told you she was 15.
Oh my god. This dude's wild.
And did you bring money to pay her for the sex? You didn't bring any money.
No.
You talked about bringing money.
I did.
But you didn't bring any. Why didn't you bring any money if you talked about paying her for sex? You talked about $100.
Because I was coming to conversate with her.
Conversate with her.
Correct.
And what were you going to conversate about tonight?
Just about any and everything.
Anything and everything. And what do you do for a living?
What do I do for a living?
Yeah, what's your job?
I'm a truck driver.
You're a truck driver. And what do you deliver things?
Correct.
And what were you going to deliver tonight?
Tonight, just conversation.
Just conversation. So the only thing on your delivery schedule tonight was conversation. Even though you talked about sex.
I did.
Oral sex. Anal sex.
Everywhere.
Everywhere that your dick would fit in, is what you said. Okay. And what's your name?
Gillette Clear Gel Antiperspirant starts working immediately. Wax gets stuck in your pits. Gillette, the choice is clear.
Created.
I'm right.
Ronald. And you're 51.
Correct.
And Ronald, why did you think it was appropriate to drive an hour to come here?
To conversate.
But you talked about having sex with this guy.
Conversate.
And you know that having sex with a 15-year-old girl would be illegal, correct?
I do know that as well.
Yeah. And you've had some experience with the law, haven't you?
Correct.
Tell me about that.
Tell you about what?
Your other brushes with law enforcement.
My other brushes?
Your other criminal activity for which you were convicted of crimes.
Years ago, it was arson.
Arson. What about second-degree homicide?
That was the arson.
What happened in that case?
I did time for that case.
But what happened? You burned something down and killed somebody?
No, I was with two other occupants.
Two other occupants?
Or two other people.
Right.
And they set a vacant house on fire and a fireman passed away in the process of that.
So you were with two other people?
Correct.
And you all set a house on fire?
You could say that because I had to admit to something that I didn't do. So.
Okay. But that was the charge, that you and two other people set a house on fire. Was it a vacant house?
Correct.
And why did you set the vacant house on fire? For insurance?
No, they just did it because that's what it was.
They just did it because they could?
Right.
Was this a devil's night thing?
Within 2 years, yeah,
Just right. Night, June 9th.
June 9th.
These
And what
dudes
year did
never
this
do
happen?
much time, it seems like.
Jesus. 1992.
92. And was this in the city of Detroit?
Correct.
And a Detroit firefighter died battling that blaze.
Correct.
And so you, along with these other two, were prosecuted for his death. Is that correct?
Correct.
So it was arson and second-degree homicide.
Correct.
So you didn't mean to kill the firefighter, but that's what happened because of the fire.
Exactly.
And how did the firefighter die?
Lack of oxygen.
Lack of oxygen. You feel bad about that?
I did. I did 13 years for that.
13 years. What prison?
All over.
All over? Jackson?
Yes.
Where else?
Up north.
Marquette?
I didn't make it to Marquette, no.
What's the other one up north?
Hiawatha, Kinross.
Hiawatha, Kinross?
Yeah.
What was the hardest time you did?
Sitting in solitary for 6 months.
Solitary confinement for 6 months.
Correct.
What made that so hard for you?
Because it was nothing to do in the bathroom, basically.
Nothing to do in the bathroom.
Basically.
And where did you do solitary? What
What does that mean?
I was at
Nothing to do with
Hiawatha. And that's up north.
What?
too, by the way.
What
And then
does
what
that mean?
happened after you got out on parole in 2018? Something else happened.
Nothing to do with the bathroom.
You said off parole?
Yeah. Are you still on parole?
No.
When did you get off parole?
I got off parole
Oh, my leg hurts.
approximately 15 months ago.
15 months ago.
Correct.
And here you are tonight, breaking the law. Did you learn nothing in those 12 or 13 years you were in prison?
I did.
What did you learn?
Everything to avoid it.
Everything to avoid it. And what made you do this tonight, knowing that it's against the law, knowing that this could be a big problem for somebody who had been convicted of a serious crime in the past?
I agree.
Doesn't make much sense, does it?
It doesn't.
So what do you suppose would have happened, Ronald, had I not been here and had there really been a 15-year-old girl? What do you think would have happened tonight?
Nothing, just conversation.
Conversation.
Correct.
Did you bring condoms?
No.
None in your car? None in your pockets?
No.
So you were just willing to have unprotected sex with this girl?
Not at all.
But that contradicts what you said in the chat.
I did.
Right, so you could see why somebody like me would think you came over here to have sex with a 15-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see where it would cause great concern.
Candy.
Sure. You could see why it would cause great concern to law enforcement, why somebody with your criminal history.
So am I being detained now?
We'll get to that in a minute. But you can see why people would be concerned about your behavior tonight, given your background. Arson, second-degree homicide, and then there was something else in 2018. What happened then? Was there a parole violation?
I'm sorry, but I have to go.
Okay, well, before you go, there's something you need to know, and that is I'm Chris Hansen, and I do stories on men who try to meet children and sexually exploit them.
I'm Chris Hansen.
And the other thing you need to know is that these people are with the Genesee County Sheriff and they're going to take it over from here. Is there anything else you want people to know about? Did you get your mom to church tonight?
I did.
You did.
Can I call her in for me?
Well, that's going to be up to these fellows here.
Can I call my mom?
Okay. Is your mom at church now?
Yeah, she's at home.
So you took her to church and then you drove over here to have sex with a 15-year-old girl?
Did not.
Hey, Ronald, you said you didn't bring condoms. What's that in your pocket?
It is.
You did bring condoms. So you lied to me, Ronald.
Oh my goodness, man.
It's chilling to think that a guy who spent more than a dozen years in prison for arson and second-degree homicide would walk into this house at almost 10 o'clock at night to meet a 15-year-old girl home alone. But yet that's what Ronald did. And now he's in trouble again.
For his crimes in Genesee County and to add to his lengthy rap sheet, Ronald is being charged with criminal sexually abusive material, using a computer to commit a crime, and enticing a child for
disgusting behavior.
We can't hire you right now, but we'll keep you in mind.
You'll keep me in mind.
It's a good day for a good deal at Outback. Get down under favourites like the Aussie 3-course starting at $18.99. Any reason is a good reason to celebrate.
I watched the Bad Bunny show. I saw nothing problematic about it at all.
This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos.
I want to send a signal to Americans that the most radical act in a capitalist society is non-participation, and that you have power to decide where you want to spend your money and where you don't want to spend your money.
The left wants to tank the U.S. economy in order to punish President Trump for the crime of having been elected by most American voters.
Even we think this is bad. We love kissing the...
There we go.
Oh my God! Yeah, baby! Drink and sip
Oh my goodness gracious!
gracious, how exciting is this? You guys happy to be here or what? Oh shit, sounds amazing. We are brought to you by Shopify. This is indeed the #1 live podcast in the world. Before we get to all the chaos, here's a little bit more from the amazing sponsors that made it all possible.
I think I'm gonna
We live in Austin, Texas, but we are jumping in a tour bus, ladies and